Moving on now, the United States has charged a former Indian intelligence officer for allegedly directing a foiled plot to murder Khalistani terrorist Gurpatwant Singh Pannun. An indictment of Vikash Yadav was ordered to be unsealed. The U.S. Justice Department indictment mentioned Yadav as a former government employee and alleged that Indian agents were involved in an attempted assassination plot against Pannun. The FBI warned against such a retaliation aimed at a U.S. resident. In a statement, the FBI Director Christopher Wray said, and I quote, "The FBI will not tolerate acts of violence or other efforts to retaliate against those residing in the U.S. for exercising their constitutionally protected rights." The indictment alleged that beginning in May 2023, Yadav, described as an employee of the Indian government at the time, worked together with others in India and abroad to direct a plot against Pannun. The indictment described Pannun as a political activist, a critique of the Indian government and an advocate for a separate homeland for Sikhs. The indictment said Yadav had hired an Indian national named Nikhil Gupta, whom the U.S. Justice Department has previously charged with trying to arrange the murder of Pannun. Nikhil Gupta travelled to Prague from India last June and was arrested in Czech authorities there before being extradited to the U.S., where he pleaded not guilty in a court in June. The indictment on Thursday charged Yadav with quote-unquote murder for hire and money laundering. An Indian government committee investigating Indian involvement in the foiled murder plot met with U.S. officials. Without giving further details, the U.S. Department said that India informed the U.S. that the individual who was named in the Justice Department indictment is no longer an employee of the Indian government. The United States has been pushing India to look into the U.S. Justice Department's claim that an Indian intelligence official, now identified as Yadav, directed plans to assassinate Pannun.